for the next tournament. And the next, like, 8 weeks, 6 weeks?
It sounds very dramatic.
We have to suffer the path of the map selectors, so this is the beginning, guys.
Yep, this is only the beginning.
I'm just looking forward to sitting on the sidelines and watching my team carry me.
I would say the same thing, actually, but that's not the case.
Aren't you the one carrying in your team?
Yeah. Maybe for early rounds. But anyways, we are just in time to get started with the live draws. I'm not sure when you're already logged up, but we should be ready to go.
Oh, I'm ready as well. I'm just rechecking if the visuals are working. Yeah, let's fade over, I suppose.
So yes, for the Unseeded Mania 4K World Cup, we do have 32 countries battling, well, I wouldn't say to death, but at least to glory.
I mean, definitely they are. Like, this Mania World Cup is for sure being a thing more than ever. A lot of really strong teams, even in the lower seeds. So we have to expect a really interesting one.
Yeah, let's start with the no seed. We have 4 seeds: no seed, low seed, high seed, and top seed. With each of them having 8 countries in them, we'll start redistributing each seed to each group. So we have only 1 team per seed in each group. That makes sense.
Yeah, that makes sense. Like, it makes a lot of sense actually. Like, you don't want to have
People
two
familiar
really
with
strong teams.
Yeah, people familiar with tournament setups know that, but yeah. I will start rolling, I suppose. And we'll see. Okay, in no seed we have Belgium, Hong Kong, Lithuania, Macau, Mexico, Netherlands, Russian Federation, and Sweden.
Alright, so starting out with those 8 teams, let's see who gets in Group A. The first team to be selected into the whole tournament is
All the
about to be
pressure.
decided. You want to call it?
I'd
Sweden?
say Netherlands.
Time to play the commentary game.
Yeah, I'm just stopping now. Okay, let's see if it's Netherlands. Who we have in Macau?
Oh, Macau being the first team selected here. That's interesting because I believe it's the first time they are playing in the 4K World Cup. So welcome Macau to this tournament. They have 3 players this year, mostly 7-key team in general. They have a good strength with the long nose in general, so we might expect those kind of maps to be picked. The team is formed by Itpos, 123, Lucy Destiny, and wow, that's a lot of numbers. 1063520328. So that's going to be it for the first team. Actually, it's really cool that Macau was the first one. I think it's the only team from it's from Africa, right?
And Macau is a part of China.
Oh,
It's like
whoops.
Hong Kong.
Whoops, I didn't say
Having
anything.
having a comparable state to Hong Kong.
Okay, that's new. I didn't know that. It's
All
good to know.
Chinese speak. Oh, Cantonese, I believe. They're speaking Cantonese. Not Mandarin. Yeah,
anyways,
Juan. Yeah.
Leaving that aside, I
The
said
slide
nothing.
and
So nothing. I'm so excited and I don't even know what I'm saying.
Slight
But let's just go
embarrassment.
for Group B.
Alright.
That game player did not hear that. Just fade out.
No, there
Start
will
shuffling
be a
again.
jump in the
Let's just
VOD.
shuffle and pretend nothing happened.
Yeah, I like that.
Alright, let's go for Netherlands.
Again?
Of course. You know, consistency is important in this game, regardless. If you commentate or if you play.
I'll pick Lithuania.
Yeah, and then. No, we are having Lithuania.
Wow.
See.
Connor, since you got it right, you have to introduce the team. How about that?
First attempt, first success. We did it.
Nice.
So, Connor, what do you have there?
So Lithuania only has 3 players. It is, oh god, let's have a good attempt at that. Simasex 1111. Okay. Penguin Eats Fish and Metallica. So just 3 players on that team. They're not looking like the strongest team, but as long as they have the accuracy for it, they might be able to make it through group stage.
Yeah, like, it is also a new team. I don't think I ever saw Lithuania playing on the World Cups for Mania, so also say welcome to the new team on the World Cup. So far everyone is new here.
Yeah, that's awesome. To see more and more countries being able to field enough players to actually participate in the tournaments.
I'm all for new countries and more diversity. Like this year, we have a team Switzerland. Switzerland never played in any World Cup before. Switzerland.
Oh yeah, I think that's actually true. I don't think we ever saw them playing in a tournament. But it's
not in a World Cup at least, because I have to upload their flag to the wiki, so presumably they never.
Oh yeah, that makes sense.
Yep, it does.
Selfish teams giving Locked more work.
So with that being said, I think we're moving into the Group C, right?
Right. So let's shuffle on.
The hype, the hype, the hype. This time it has to be Netherlands, right? Consistency.
Yeah.
Oh. Well, it's Hong Kong. Mind introducing it, Stain, if you want to. If not, I'm going to do it.
No, that's fine. Well, Hong Kong. Well, it's unusual. It's unusual to see them in low seed actually, because I'm used to see them in middle or high seed in the other tournaments. The team consists of Opian, Muncha, and Yakumo Yukari. So only 3 players. And well, that's pretty much it. They're in low seed. They have everything that they need to prove, and I hope they will.
Yep, they will have a hard time in the no seed, but they have a chance, I think. Like, they are competent when it comes to long nose as well, so that's something some of the higher end teams do not really have in the best of the shapes, so maybe they can get some points off it.
Yeah.
But anyway, with that being said, let's move into Group D. Only 5 teams remaining in the no seed to be selected.
I'm betting on Netherlands being last.
Before Netherlands arrives in Group H. Let's see. Indeed, we have Netherlands now.
Wow. The one time we decide to go for another team, it is Netherlands. So yeah, the Netherlands team is made by Mikkel Smith, Chronoxide, and Creation EU, which is also a short roster, only 3 people here. I'm actually surprised the amount of short teams that we have in the Unseeded being selected that fast. But leaving that aside, Netherlands is a team that overall they have an equal skill level between all of them, but the main thing is they might lack a little bit of strength in all the aspects. Like, they don't have a clear weakness, but they also don't have a clear strength. So it will be a pain to face that kind of team, but we have to wait and see how far they can get though.
Yeah, and as we've seen in other tournaments, in 3v3, if you only have a roster of 3, it can lead to a lot of problems. So you have to be able to count on everyone at every time.
Yeah, and as soon as someone starts to have a bad day, you're in trouble. So yeah, that's going to be it for Netherlands. We will move on to Group E now, with only 4 more teams remaining.
Belgium, Mexico, Russia, or Sweden.
104, 25%. Place your bets.
Yeah, nobody wants to bet anymore in Netherlands side. And it's Belgium.
Belgium. Okay, that's also a new team, if I remember correctly. Mind to introduce them, Connor?
Yeah, sure. For Belgium, there is Oh god. Akero, Joey Cheng, Go2, Yetified, and Kyle 5342. So there's only 4 players on that team, but at least it's not 3 like the past teams. So at least they're gonna have 1 player to switch out to if they need it. And as another new team to the tournament, they do seem to lack experience because of that. But we still don't know until we see their performance in the group stage.
Yeah, that's pretty true, I will say. Like, I saw some of the members posting in the discussion thread, and they are excited about it, so it might turn out into a good thing. We don't really know. Like I said, even the unseeded teams are actually strong this time of this year, so it's a trouble for every single team.
Yeah, definitely. You never know how you will react to a World Cup until you are into a World Cup, basically.
Yeah. In a World Cup that has 32 teams already and with such a good level, it's mind-blowing.
Yeah,
Let's
you know.
move on.
Yeah, let's move on.
And you appreciate it because you easily get lost in here. So, let's see. Group F.
Group F between Mexico, Russia, and Sweden.
We have Russian Federation.
All right. Russian Federation is your time slave now.
Or not.
Or maybe not, there's no problem, I will take it. For the Russian Federation, we have actually a full roster this time. I think it's the same as the previous year though. They have Phobos, they have Eya, Spin for Win, Agi, Xeo, Rigamine, and Dereku. So what we have to say about this team is actually strong. Like, it is a lot stronger than some of the other unseeded teams, and it's potentially the stronger one of the whole seed. So whoever ends up being in this group, they will have a bit of trouble trying to beat this team. They have accuracy, and that is deadly when it comes to the early stages, and group stages one of those. So we have to be careful with Russia. A really competent roster and a big one as well. So versatility and also experience might be one of the harder unseeded teams to beat. That was a proper introduction.
Yeah, that was.
Yeah.
With that saying, we only have 2 teams left, Mexico and Sweden.
Okay, now it's 50-50. It has to be Sweden, right?
It probably has to be Sweden. Let's see.
I don't know. Half of the time is Sweden, half of the time is not.
It's Sweden.
It is Sweden.
All right.
Wanna go for it, Slim?
Yeah, sure. So we do have Sweden, composed of Coil, Vento, Saweri, Krati, Reddit Girlfriend, and Lamaradia. So we do have a full roster, which is quite interesting, quite more versatile. And however, I don't think. Well, they do place in the middle of the no seed, so they will have a lot of difficulties to if they want to go forward. But I wouldn't say they don't have any chance.
Yep, and with that being said, that means the last team for the Group H is going to be Mexico. So my teammates from the Spanish community, those are Mitros, Porsche 184, Chizuru, and Shad Bladex. What about this team? I'm surprised about the fact that one of their top players is not playing, which is SP. He played last year, but he's not there this time. But despite that, Mexico is here to bring up some good thing. Like, they lack a little bit of endgame stuff, but every single time accuracy is a thing. So they might bring up a little bit of a surprise when it comes to the group stage, although it's going to be really hard for them to get through the group stage. They might as well pull out a really big surprise, but we cannot really tell until we see them playing.
Yeah, accuracy makes 80% of the score as for now, but will it be enough?
That's the big question about the unseeded team. But with that being said, I think we're ready to jump into the low-seeded teams. Octav, want to introduce them?
Absolutely. In the low seed, we have Australia, Denmark, Finland, Italy, New Zealand, Norway, Singapore, and Switzerland.
And just mentioning those 8 teams already made me feel scared. Low seed, like teams like Singapore, Denmark, Australia being on the low seed, it talks too much about the level of this cup already. But anyway, we shall see who gets to face Macau in Group A.
Let the fate decide.
Yeah.
I'm going Finland.
If you get it right, Connor, I'm hunting you.
Script.
And it's Australia.
Oh. Well, Australia is going to be. Mind to introducing its name or Connor, one of you?
Sure, I'll take it.
Alright.
Well, on the Australian team, there is. Oh god, I don't know why I said yes to that name. Shirinisu, not dead yet. Potassium F, Alkaline, Paraco, and Evios. So it's a full team, but it's weird to see that Australia is lacking a lot of its better players this year, especially compared to last year.
Yeah, which is reasonable because they were on the top seed last year, right? I mean, they were really strong. I don't know what happened this time.
Maybe others got stronger.
Yeah, that's also a really good point. That's true. So, well, I don't know. Australia is one of those teams that can actually go through the bracket stage, even being in the low seed. So, we have to see. Most of the teams in the low seed actually are able to get through. So, we will
Yes,
see.
indeed, Australia was top seed on the last tournament. So yeah. So some of the best players didn't get this time, so it did impact their rating.
Meanwhile, I started shuffling.
Oh, Group B then.
Lithuania. And against
If it's Finland, I'm going to be mad.
Switzerland.
Oh, Switzerland is going to be then. Wanna take its name?
Yeah, sure. So Switzerland. We do have 4 players, so not a full team, but still, able to switch between another. Acario, Hap Rap Rap, Basti 78, and Gamer 97. So, well, you should see them on the fastest maps. They are quite good at speed. However, well, we were speaking about the 80% part of accuracy on the score. They're not that good at that. So, well, we'll see what happens.
Yeah, accuracy is such an important thing in the early game, so might as well have some issues on that aspect. But if they get through, Akairo and Haprapra will be a thing when it comes to speed.
Yeah. Definitely, yes.
So, well, we have Group C now, who's going to face Hong Kong.
Exciting to see.
How exciting!
How exciting! This feels like it will determine that Norway was picked.
Oh, Norway is it? So, about Norway. We all know what's up with Norway, right?
Who's up with Norway, you mean?
Yeah, exactly that. For Norway, we have Stein, Duyang, Henny Covers, Priest, Karlf, and Arctic FQX. So, with that being said, Norway is of course a threat. Stein is well known as one of the fastest players in the world, so they have a good player over there to face the later stages. But the question is, will they be able to go through though? It will rely a lot in the accuracy of the other players, but they might struggle a little bit when it comes to SVs.
Yes, indeed.
Luckily, the outcome of matches is not determined by just one person. So let's move ahead. Who's facing Netherlands?
It'll be Singapore.
We are having Finland.
That
I'm not-
sounds
I'm
like
not-
Connor.
Yeah, I'm not too good at this.
You want to take it, Connor?
Sure. On the Finland team, we have Japetsky, Lolly Scarlet, Hercupula, or Hercupala, and Matty644. So they only have a 4-player roster, so it's still slightly risky, but at least they do have one backup player, and we do see them in each World Cup, as far as I know, but hopefully they can get further than they usually do.
Yeah, especially in the group stage, you might lack a bit of accuracy, but
Yeah, and especially in the long nose play field, because they are from other games that doesn't have too many long nodes, so they might struggle a bit on that.
yeah.
But anyways, who's going to face Belgium in Group E is going to be decided right now. Let's the roulette go.
I'd say Italy.
Oh, Italy will be cool. I don't like Denmark though.
I'm
Oh.
all for pure European teams, but we got Singapore.
Oh, Singapore then.
Oh, read timing then.
My poor schedule.
So for Singapore, mind if I take it?
Yeah,
It
of
will
course.
be Daniel Rocks, Patalit, Orion, Wafu, Ravale, and level 51. So this team is the scarier one of the low seed for sure. A really all-rounded team without too many issues or without too many strengths either. They might lack a little bit of consistency, but they have specialists. Daniel Rocks is well known as a really good player, especially when it comes to long nose. And Parallel is going to be there for the accuracy in the early rounds. Not only that, they also have Wafu. So a really decent roster being on the low seed, also speaking about the level of this World Cup, and for sure going to be a threat. Last year they almost made it into the bracket stage, knocking out Brazil. So we have to see if they can get through this year. They definitely have the chance.
Now, with being said that Russia is already scary enough, let's see who has the fate to face them.
That's true. Who's going to face probably the harder one of the unseeded ones? And actually, the remaining low seeders are also really good.
It's New Zealand.
Ooh. Wanna go for it, Slame?
Yeah, sure. So, with New Zealand, we do have Worms, Phantom EX, Frampleton, Niao, and Amanar? Amanar, something like that. Sorry if I mispronounce your name. So, quite a nice team, which might very well get out of the group stage unscathed, but against Russian Federation, it might be really interesting to see, actually. They are really good at speed, so it might play in their favor, but for group stages, again, you know, accuracy is very important. And that
Indeed
might
it
be
will,
one of their
and-
weaknesses.
Indeed, and also facing a team like Russia, that will be a thing. New
Yes.
Zealand having the hard group so far. Whoever ends on Group F will have a hard time, indeed.
During this awkward silence, I already pressed the random.
It's fine. 50-50 again, Denmark or Italy. Denmark against Sweden. Don't get me flashbacks again of the last year World Cup. And I think it was Group G as well. I was on that group.
You know, we just took the same groups and saying, all right, let's.
And it's Italy.
Oh, thanks
Oh.
God. So Italy, Connor, it's your turn.
Okay, so on the Italy team, we have Vertox, Kaikyu, Giant Neutral, Akize, and Magnans. So we've got a 5-man team from them. It's not quite full. They are fairly weak team, but they do at least have some strength in speed. But speed's never really the best thing for the earlier stages, so just have to see how they pull up with that.
Yeah, but I have to say that Italy is quite strong anyways. The other team that we have though for Group F facing Mexico will be Denmark. And Denmark is one of those teams again. Huh? Yeah. But what I was saying about Denmark, they have one of those teams who can go through the bracket stage as well. They were close last year, but they couldn't make it. And they have a 5-man roster this year with Joel, Ramena, Crowe, Mart, and Oriba Hoi. Good team when it comes to speed, but of course lacking a bit of accuracy for the group stage, maybe not being good enough to take down most of the top-seeded teams. So we have to wait and see. Joel is definitely going to be there for the accuracy plays, but we have to see if that's enough or not.
Alright, that's it about low seed. And I guess we're moving on to the high seed. And I just figured out that my microphone is way too high position. So we are going to high seed now.
That's no problem. Let's go with the high seeds. Once again, 8 more teams that Locta will introduce for you, viewers.
And we are having Argentina, Germany, Indonesia, Malaysia, Philippines, Poland, Spain, and Thailand.
Well, I don't know what to say. This is just getting even harder and harder. As expected, the higher the seed, the better the team.
Your team there.
Yeah, it is my team there. Hello guys, I'm Argentina.
The whole of it?
Maybe.
You are Argentina.
Yeah, I'm the only Argentinian.
I think Argentina will be first pick, just to vote for Juan.
Let's shuffle then.
Okay. I'm not introducing my own team though. Good luck with that.
And it's Thailand.
Oh, apparently we do have the French people in the chat happy that the France seems to be a top seed.
Yep. Wanna go for the Thailand team, Slim?
Oh, yeah, sure. So, Thailand. We do have Shiro, No Smart, Nako, Zendonia, 13 Beck, and Conris. So, their strength lies really in long notes and accuracy, with Shiro and Zenonia being both long note specialists. No Smart is really good at accuracy, which is one of the other strengths that might be a bit lacking on the speed part, but they are really expected to go at least past the group stage.
Alright, with that proper introduction to Thailand, we will move on to Group B, who will face Lithuania and Switzerland.
Oh, the tension is real.
The tension has to be Indonesia.
Why so?
I don't know. Why not?
Good question.
I just realised Indonesia and Poland can't be in the same group.
And we are having Spain.
Spain? Okay, then we will have Spain on Group B, which is made by one of my best friends, I will say, from the Spanish community, which is Idor98, followed by user Bracker, Alvaro, Acecinta, Requete, and Bad Act Player. So, for sure, the player to highlight here is Ador, a really good all-rounder and really good at long nose as well. And for the speed, they have Usabacker as well. They might lack a little bit of accuracy because they don't really have a strong third player for accuracy, but I think they should be fine. They shouldn't have too many issues. I expect them to be in the bracket stage for sure. Speed and stamina definitely being their strong points, but it will mostly be about the accuracies in the early stages to see how far they can go. So with that being said, I think we're ready for Group C. Hong Kong and Norway waiting for the high seed challenge.
And we're having Poland.
Ooh, Poland is. When I go for it, Connor, I know you know the Polish team as well.
Yeah, I do know them fairly well. We have T-Deck, Hudamon, C-Tech-X, Underjoy, Transform Out, and Grubonmon. This team's probably one of the scarier ones in this group, at least for the earlier stages, because they do have quite a few players who are good at both playing and mapping SVs and long notes and harder maps in general. So as long as that skill transitions well into playing in a tournament environment, they should do pretty well.
Yes, indeed, a really scary team by the Poland side. But now, going through Group D, Netherlands and Finland waiting for the next rival to arrive.
The music is perfectly underlining it. Let's see. We're having Argentina.
Oh! Who wants to introduce it? Because I'm not doing it.
Oh, why not?
I cannot introduce my own team, that's lame.
All right, I'll take that.
Alright.
So, for this team of this tournament, Argentina, we do have one Crystal, Fisk, Lucas, Green Day, Alu, and Icarus, or Icarus. Quite a strong team, I would say. Otherwise, Joan Crystal will hit me. And in
You
general,
better say the right stuff.
yes. Well, let's begin by you. By the way, you are one of a hell of a long note player with a good accuracy specialization. We do have Fisk, which has a really good speed all around. And since we are speaking about all around, Lucas is a good all-rounder, quite consistent. Green Day as well, very good speed, although lately consistency might have been lacking just a bit. Alu is very accurate, helps a lot in the group stages. And Icarus is more of a SV player, which might really help in the beginning of the tournament. Accuracy is really their strength. However, stamina might be your downfall. So we'll see what happens.
That's a good introduction. 10 of 10.
Oh
Don't
god,
introduce
thank
you
you.
again.
But well, with that being said, time for Group E. Belgium and Singapore waiting for the next team on the group.
And we're having the Philippines.
Philippines. Wanna go for it, Connor?
Sure. We have for the Philippines. We have Arquin Ultravirus. I hope I said that even remotely right. Katayoku no Tori, Scissor or Skizza. I have no idea. Anyan, Frit, hopefully, Frizu, and Surfchew85. And this is probably maybe not the strongest team in the group, but it's definitely one of the stronger ones. And they have quite a few players in here who are pretty good when it comes to speed, and at least one player who's decent at long notes, so they should do fairly well throughout most of the tournament, as long provided that they get out of the group stages and out of the round of 16.
And now for the group of hell.
Oh yeah, the Group G, Group of Hell. If they get
You're an
Indonesia... Oh man.
Juan, concentrate. Concentrate.
Okay. So Group F.
We're having
We are
Malaysia.
having... Malaysia. Alright, so Malaysia is going to be led by Krillin with explosive XII. Lao XIII. Oh my god, that's a Roman number. Uchihas Hong, Seiren 95, and Kaname-san 92. We all know Krillin and Kaname from the previous World Cups. This time they don't have CERN though, as last year they did. But this team is promising a lot when it comes to the long notes and the speed. But they might lack a little bit of accuracy for the group stages and the round of 16. So they will have to watch out because they are not in an easy group by any means.
Oh no.
So they will have to fight strong in order to get out of the group stages. Sure, Krillin and Kaname have really good scores when it comes to accuracy, but Kaname actually has some issues with consistency in the early rounds, so that might be a thing. We have to wait and see though. If they get out of group stage, they will definitely be a big threat for many of the teams. But with this group, it's going to be a hard challenge.
Let's move on. Sweden, Italy, and
Sweden, Italy is going to be Germany or Indonesia. 50%.
Germany.
Germany. Okay, Slame, it's your turn.
Yes, indeed, it is. So, Germany, we do have Phil, Xay, Stenkill, Edelweiss, Sakura Koyo, and Dreamgate. So, actually, they are an accuracy special, more of an accuracy specialist team, so which will be very, very good for the group stage in round 16. Feeling they are all-rounder might have some issues with long notes. However, all the other have no noticeable weaknesses. Really good on speed and stamina. However, since the captain and we have two players, two of the major ones, which have a bit of issue with long notes, it might come to bite them in the backside at some point. But we will see what happens.
That's true. And now for the last group remaining, that means we will have Indonesia into the group H. And Indonesia is made by Fia, Kevin, Xkari, Do Not Mess, Ibdemon, and Ray. A really good all-rounded team without noticeable strengths or weakness, although they might struggle a little bit when it comes to high-end tier stuff. But they are definitely a strong team, probably one of those underdogs that will take down really good teams in the whole tournament. I don't think they will have too many issues getting out of the group stages, because they have really good accuracy in general, but they do not excel in any aspect in particular. They are just strong at everything, but not insanely strong at anything. We have to see how the matchups end up going for them. And with that being said, it's time for the best of the best, right? The top seeded teams, those who we expect to be the best.
At the time where everybody that is already distributed is like, please not them in my group.
Yeah, please don't end in group F. Please don't end in group D.
And we are having Brazil, Canada, Chile, France, Japan, South Korea, United Kingdom, and the United States.
I don't know where to start with this team. They're all so strong. So strong. Of course, 8 best teams of the tournament.
Let's see. Who's in
Let's
Group
see.
A?
And the chat explodes.
Man, who's going to be against Macau, Australia, and Thailand?
Chile.
Oh, Chile! Reap the dream, Argentina, Chile in the group stages. But Chile, you mind introducing them, Connor? If not, I will take it.
Yeah, sure. Yeah. Well, the Chile team, we have Arcana, Urasai, Demi2, Savex, Walter Taro, and Bastian Arit. Yeah, can't say
That's
that.
about right.
Yeah, this is definitely a very strong team. They might have a bit of issues when it comes to things like long notes because of their At least their two main players coming from different games, but they are very strong when it comes to speed and accuracy. And the only problem that I can see the team having is that their third players, well, they might not have a third player who's like up to the challenge when it comes to the later stages to keep up with the other two players on the team.
Yeah, that's actually really true. Like, they have Urusai and Arcanar for every single round, but they will have some struggle when it comes to later stages. SPs might also be a thing for them. But with that being said, we will go for Group B, who's facing Lithuania, Switzerland, and Spain.
And here we are having Brazil.
Oh, Brazil. Brazil. Aqui é Brazil, and I will take this one. Sorry, guys.
No
For
problem.
Brazil, which I think is the second stronger tournament on the tournament. A tournament on the tournament. Team on the tournament. There we go. Which is composed by Gilher Messiat, Nate de Rubin, which I think he is Sidley's fanger now, named Felipe Link, Autotelic Brown, and James and Kunoe-chan, I think. Those are the 6, if I'm not mistaken. But with that being said, this team is well known for their speed. Probably the fastest team of the whole tournament. But they are lacking the most important thing for the early rounds, and it's accuracy. Even though they improved a lot compared to last year, they were barely made out into the bracket stage. Like, they were so close to getting knocked out. And I don't think they will have too many troubles this year, but with the group they have, they might as well have the same thing. Switzerland and Spain are really good teams, so they have to watch out. Lithuania as well is going to be a threat.
You're literally eating your microphone already.
I'm sorry. Like, it's nothing that I can do about it. This my microphone so bad.
You're popping in. Doesn't matter. Move Shahlon,
Oh,
who's facing Hong Kong, Norway, and Poland.
I wonder which will be.
Thrill.
Be Korea, please.
We are having the United Kingdom.
Oh. Well, United
Oh.
Kingdom.
One,
Yeah.
one of the
Spain.
other big teams.
Yeah. One of the other big teams. It's your turn, Spain.
Yes, indeed it is. By, well, none other than Connor. I'm speaking of the teams of everyone else today. Pop Gadget, Hayabusa. What? Yip Yap Yop. Alright. Fair enough. Xonika and Piper. Alright, so they're good at speed. They're really, really good at speed. We do have some all-rounders such as Pop Gadget and Hayabusa, some specialists like Connor and Xonika, which might be a bit weak at long notes. However, Piper is really good at accuracy, Yip Yap Yop is really good at speed. So, if I had to find any weakness in this team, it would be long notes. However, that's a perhaps, but they are really good at speed. That's a definite.
The rematch for 2014, the Fields. But anyway, let's see Group D, who ends up against Argentina, Finland, and the Netherlands.
Basically, who faces against you?
Please don't be Korea.
Please let it be Korea.
With
Every
the
single
United
team
States.
remaining is so scary.
Oh, we're having South Korea.
There's no way. You
gosh.
Oh my god. Well, there goes my hope for being number 1 in groups. Ouch, that hurt.
Yeah.
If someone wants to introduce, I'm shocked.
No, I'm sure you want to introduce the people who will be bullying you.
Oh, I'll take it. South Korea for sure the stronger team of the tournament. I don't know if there's any team who can actually beat them. We expect this to be the winner of the tournament, and it's made by Kobo, Jackadas, Cheetos, Wisp, Windus, and Guma. And I cannot even tell if this team has a weakness. This is just strength. Every single aspect, they are strength. They are all-rounders in everything, but they have some speed specialists like Wisp and Cheetos. And they also have a long-nose specialist like Windus. Jagged Eyes is mostly going to be there for the later rounds because his accuracy maybe is not that good as comparison to the others. But with Kobo and Guma, you don't really mind that much. They're just such a complete and strong team. And I expect them to be in the finals without too many issues, honestly. Oh my god.
We're still having Canada, France, Japan, and the United States left, so
Yeah.
it's gonna get better.
Oh yes, who'll be in Group E against Belgium, Singapore, and Philippines?
You're going to introduce the next team.
And we're having the United States.
All right. So the United States, one of the strongest teams, since yes, they are in the top seed team by Halogen, Zif, Shadow SM, Gekido, Charbol, and Daiki. So, well, they do have quite a lot of strength. SV, speed, accuracy in general. Perhaps not in the group stage, but after they will definitely show themselves. Halogen and Zith are really good all-rounders. With Halogen, a good one on accuracy. Shadow SM, which is really good at speed, indeed. We do have Daiki, a good SV player, Trouble, a good all-rounder. However, we might have some troubles with the long notes, especially from our Trouble. So they are really good, but depending of what strategy the other teams take, and if they if they fight against a team which is good in long notes, they might play for that. And no, we do have the dreaded Group F. Russian Federation, New Zealand, and Malaysia.
Against
Oh, that's the question.
Canada.
All right, Canada. Connor, do you want to take that one?
Yeah, I could do that. For Team Canada, we have Ashix, Berry 605, Inpopo, Commando Black, Aim Control, and Piggy. And I think there's quite a few new faces compared to last year, or at least on most of the roster. It is a pretty strong team when it comes to speed and stamina. There is quite a few people on the team who do come from other games, so they might have issues when it comes to things like accuracy or long notes and SVs. As a thing throughout most of the teams in the tournament, that a lot of people do struggle with LNs and SVs especially. But hopefully they'll do well in the later stages and manage to get themselves a high position.
All right, so for Group G, which is definitely a European group with Sweden, Italy, and Germany.
Even if it's France, I'm gonna be very happy because we already have odd encounters like New Zealand versus Canada that is already pain-inducing enough for scheduling.
I would say Japan, but yeah.
I'm gonna
You know,
frown.
at least you will know that it's really not scripted.
And it's really Japan.
Sorry, Loctav. Sorry.
Go to hell.
Well, since I will be introducing France, because well, I'd like to. Connor, would you like to take Japan?
Yeah, on the Japan team, we have Intelizer, Piratom, Sharp Talia, I don't know, Snowwind, and Daikyu SM, or Denkyu SM. and that's Interlizer, Piritom, and Snowwind all returning from last year. Snowwind was previously known as Hank YK. The majority of players in this team are all strong when it comes to accuracy. They do have some speed issues on the weaker members of the team. It is mostly down to Interlizer when it comes to speed, for having that advantage and not the disadvantage. But hopefully they can do just as well as they did last year, or maybe even better.
Yeah, they beat France last year. And many other teams, to be true. And so, for Group H, we do have Mexico, Denmark, Indonesia, and France. France consisting of Boom Pinho, Lim38, Alex HGC, Adrian 062, Elementaire, and Todestrib. So, well, they're one of the top seed teams expected to get a bit further in the tournaments. So, with the really good all-rounder, which is Vampino, some long note specialists such as Adrian and Elementaire, some an accuracy specialist in Lim38. They do have good accuracy, a good consistency, and a tendency to get a good long notes, and the chat is breaking apparently for Lim38. I don't know why. But they might have troubles with higher speed, especially in longer songs. So, well, as usual, we'll see what happens. We've seen enough upsets in tournaments to not try to predict what will happen next.
So that's it.
That's it. That's finally it for the live draws indeed. And for a quick recap, we have in Group A, Macau, Australia, Thailand, and Chile. Group B, Lithuania, Switzerland, Spain, and Brazil. Group C, Hong Kong, Norway, Poland, and the United Kingdom. For Group D, we have Netherlands, Finland, Argentina, and South Korea. Group E, composed by Belgium, Singapore, Philippines, and the United States. Group F is the Russia Federation with New Zealand, Malaysia, and Canada. Group G is by Sweden, Italy, Germany, and Japan. And for last, in Group H, we have Mexico, Denmark, Indonesia, and France. So that's going to be it for the live draws, right?
Smooth.
Smooth.
Oh yeah.
I was waiting for it. So with that being said, who wants to take the next part of the stream?
I think it's time for Zetron to pop in.
Hello,
Detroit.
everybody.
Oh, I just pulled it. Are you with us, the twats?
Yeah, I do believe I am. How you doing, Slane?
Well, thank you. Very fine. How are you?
I'm doing fantastic, and I am so ready to show you guys this map pool showcase for the Mania World Cup. The group stage is going to be absolutely crazy. We do have to have a little bit of time to let our players get ready. We're going to have them showcase it live. We do, if I'm not mistaken, we're having Connor and Juan play the map pool, correct?
That sounds about right.
All right, so they'll be getting ready for that. And while we wait for that to get all set up, we'll just kind of go over everything. You guys have seen the live drawings here. Everything's ready for that. Juan, I feel for you, man. Good luck.
Man, why? For
good
all the
luck.
team, there was only one that I didn't want to face, and that was South Korea.
Yeah, I mean,
gosh.
that is unfortunate. And it looks like scheduling is going to be a little bit harder for Loctav, unfortunately. But, you know, that's just the way the roles go, you know? It's RNG goodness.
Yes, you know it's not
God damn
scripted.
it. Yeah, that's what I get for cursing so much people, right?
Yeah.
I guess, yes.
Damn. I
You
knew
will
that
have
it was
to
a bad
patch-
thing.
You will have to patch your witchiness, pass your witchiness to someone else before you try to get in another tournament.
I don't know. Anyway, with that being said, I think we will have another commentator here for the map pool showcase. Mind if I introduce him?
Not at all, Juan. Feel free.
Okay, guys, ladies and gentlemen, we have the pun master. We have from Soft, from the United States. We have Daiki. How are you doing, man?
Hey, I'm doing great. It's
Oh.
really awesome to be joining all of you here.
It's been a long since we commentated.
Indeed. I'm excited for this map pool, though, as I'm sure everyone else here is.
Yes, the map pool hype is real. I'm not looking forward to watching some of these picks for the later thing. I don't want to go into it till we start getting things started. We do have a lot of information to go through. This is probably going to be one of the more detailed map pool showcases we've done in terms of like giving you guys information on how the map is. So mind you, it's not going to be so much quiet as it normally is. Of course, we're not going to try to talk over the entirety of this song. That way you guys can, kind of get a feel for it. But we will kind of touch base, and Daiki's going to help me here. I'm going to be bouncing things off him, and he'll put it into scenarios that would probably fit for our players in the group stage. Because, me fitting scenarios it doesn't work too well.
Well, in any case, I think the first thing to note about the map pools in this whole tournament, I think in general, is that they're going to be very different from last year, I think. The two map pool selectors that we have this year, Kamikaze and I had the biggest brain part, April or Ryozuna. They've picked a wide variety of maps, so expect everything in the map pools. Everything and anything.
Yeah, they've got a little bit of everything from your standard long notes to crazy SV maps. And it does look like we actually are going to have the first one pop up here. And the first map of the no mod pool. And there's only 2 brackets in this map pool. There's no mod and free mod, and, well, 3 if you want to count the tiebreaker. And everybody does, because tiebreak hype! We will be going into the first one that is going to be Ghost of the 3.13 or 313.